Good, happy Saturday morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. Brother remembers man allegedly shot, killed by roommate in Manchester. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
Power of new Dove Men Plus Care Elements with minerals and sage. Get a boost of freshness with new Dove Men Plus Care Elements.
Shelley, the victim's brother says he believes now that he will have justice, but it brings him little relief. He says his brother was dedicated to helping others, and he cannot understand who would do this. The Attorney General's office says 34-year-old Jordan Gamache is under arrest, charged with second-degree murder in the shooting death of 39-year-old Ryan Chafin, found dead when Manchester police were called to this Douglas Street house around 3 Tuesday morning. The victim's brother tells News 9 the two men were roommates, but he doesn't know much else about Jordan Gamache. He just can't understand who could take his little brother's life.
My brother was a great guy. He grew up here in Indiana. He went to Eastern University, majored in religious studies and social work.
He says Ryan Chafin was dedicated to social work agencies in Philadelphia and Vermont before coming to New Hampshire.
He's just my little brother. He's just, all-around good guy. I'm glad they're doing their job and justice, and will play out.
Murder suspect Jordan Gamache is the son of Ben Gamache, well known in real estate. He owned the building where his son lived and where the crime took place. And we are told that Ryan Chafin will be laid to rest next week in Indiana, where he grew up. The suspect in his murder is due in court on Monday, where we could learn more about what police here found in that house. Live at the Manchester Police Department, Jean Mackin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Heavy, wet snow falls in spring storm. Let's take a listen to this video from Therese Leclerc and Mike Cronin from WMUR News 9.
Center. We give businesses the power to do business here, here, and here. And this is our pitch. We're a
Well, Shelley, for the past couple of hours, the snow has really been coming down at a pretty good clip, and it's a really sticky, slushy snow that when it gets packed together, it really forms an icy substance. That's creating a problem on roadways, which you can see are now totally covered in snow at this hour. That's what's creating a lot of problems on roadways across the state tonight. As the evening wore on, road conditions continued to deteriorate across the Granite State. Many eyes watching in the state's Emergency Operations Center as they monitor the storm's intensity and possibility of outages.
I know the storm doesn't look like it's building up that fast right now, but certainly it's going to be a major storm.
The early spring snowfall throwing a challenge at emergency management officials.
Our concern is that wet, heavy snow and power outages. Even though it's a spring storm, we have to be concerned about those power outages and those slippery conditions.
And multiple accidents have been reported throughout the night. At last check, New Hampshire Homeland Security reporting about 48 crashes or cars sent off the roads because of slick driving conditions. Speed limits on I-93, 293, and I-89 reduced to 45 miles per hour after crashes like this one at 89 southbound in Sutton that left the occupants with minor bumps and bruises. Meanwhile, some people looking towards spring, not happy with Mother Nature's prank this year, just in time for April Fool's Day.
I am. I'm dressed for spring. Because honestly, I thought y'all were going to be joking. I thought this was going to be an April Fool's joke, so I was like, I'm just going to wear these shoes today. And this is what happened.
Yep, certainly no joke out here tonight. Now, the number of crashes across the state has since gone up to over 100 spinouts, cars off the road. Luckily, no one seriously hurt tonight. Also, extra utility crews are on standby in case anyone loses power overnight. Live in Concord, I'm Charisse LeClaire, WMUR News 9.
All right, April Fool's Day just an hour away. No April Fools here, though. A messy mix. It's been falling all night long in the southern and western parts of the state. Plow crews have a very long night ahead of them with the worst of the storm still to come. Let's go down to the Oval in Milford now. WMUR's Mike Cronin is there live. Mike, how are conditions there?
Well, Tom, it has been a consistent and very unpleasant sleet falling here in Milford tonight. Show you what it's doing to the roadways. You can see it is wet and slushy, so if you're going to be driving, ice, of course, is a concern. And this is the kind of stuff that could be a real pain to shovel in the morning. That's not what spring is supposed to sound like.
1 week it's nice and warm out, and then all of a sudden it's just snowing all over the place. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Downtown Milford is buzzing tonight despite a messy, wintry mix. Not the greatest evening for a walk, unless if you have the right coats like these pups. The Pasta Loft says snow isn't stopping their customers, and there weren't any cancellations.
It's New England. You can't stop it. You can't control it. So it's a Friday night.
Further west, it's another busy weekend for the Peterborough Highway Department's 13 plow drivers.
Stay on it all night. We'll wait till it ends. We'll clear it up as we go. 3 inches every round. And it's going to be wet and heavy.
Keene was one of the first communities to see the start of the flakes, which turned to an icy sleet by the early evening.
This is to be expected. But yeah, I could use for a nice warm spring day.
The worst of the weather is expected overnight, but it was still enough of an inconvenience to send many looking for a way to warm up at Prime Roast Coffee.
I think the snow's fine. It's not sticking to my car, so that's pretty awesome.
For now, right?
For now, exactly. Maybe tomorrow will be a little different.
Plows have been making multiple passes here tonight at the Milford Oval, but hey, happy thoughts, right? Red Sox opening day is on Monday. Let's play some baseball. Reporting live in Milford, Mike Cronin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Definitely happy thoughts on that as well. House goes up in flames hours after tenants evicted. Let's take a listen to this video from WCVB Boston.
Specialty stores in Foxborough and Natick. Now through Sunday, get the lowest prices of the season on all in-stock and special order patio furniture. Buy early, save big. Visit us in Natick, Foxborough, or at seasonalspecialtystores.com.
Brenda Camello couldn't believe how bad the damage was to this home after a fire ripped through it last night.
Shocked at how burnt it is. I mean, I thought maybe, but it looks totaled.
She says her brother owns the home and had been renting it out, but had been trying to get the tenants out for months and went to court over it earlier this week.
I would say it seems very suspicious because when they got back from court, my brother was a nervous wreck. He just said, "Oh my God, thank God the judge put them out in 48 hours.
She says the tenants were finally evicted yesterday. Firefighters say by the time they got to this Tewksbury home, flames were shooting out of the windows. Firefighters had no choice but to attack the fire from the outside because of how quickly it spread.
The residence was tenant occupied. There had been some issues.
Ellen Wright is the attorney for the property owner. She says it's not clear how many people were living there before it went up in flames, but says the tenants had left several hours before the fire broke out.
There were eviction proceedings. Again, they did everything they could to get them out peacefully, and to the best of my client's knowledge, they went. There was no theatrics or dramatics when they went, and, you know, again, all of this came as a complete shock.
The state fire marshal's office is saying that the fire remains under investigation right now, and the cause has not been determined at this time. Well, I'm in Tewksbury, Diane Cho, WCVB News Center 5.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Looking for a good milkshake? Check out Portland's Berg Bar. Let's take a listen to this video from WMTW Jim Keithley.
Good things don't happen magically. You have to work for them. And boy, have I.
But with all that hard work...
We're inside what was the Margaritas on Brown Street. Welcome to the Burger Bar.
The idea, the concept behind it is just an elevated burger and a rendition on an American classic. So we take the milkshakes and burgers and add booze to them and add all kinds of crazy fun toppings to do something new, something different.
All right, we're back behind the bar with the Milkshake Man, I guess they call you, huh?
That's the name they gave me.
Okay, so part of the beauty of this place, not only the burgers, but we've got adult milkshakes.
Adult milkshakes,
So that
correct.
means we got booze.
Absolutely.
So what are we making?
So today I'm going to show you the Oreo lift. And I start off with the espresso vodka. Directly into some crushed Oreos.
Okay.
Next, I do the milkshake mix.
All right. So at home, just a soft...
At home, just some soft serve vanilla ice cream. Come back, I decorate the glass for you, make it all fancy like my own little design. There we go.
Now, how hard is that to do?
That's probably the most difficult part. For viewers at home, good luck. But then we pour it simply like that. The Oreo lift.
Beautiful. Can't wait. Delicious. And you can taste the booze. Mm-hmm. Wait, what time is it? We're on the clock.
Yeah.
Thank you very much,
Not a
George.
problem.
Appreciate it. And take a look at these burgers. I mean, this is what it's about, too. All right. It's perfect. Check this out, and we're going to have the recipe for you if you want to make this at home on our Facebook page, the Jim Keithley WMTW Facebook page. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Looks cool. I want to try this place out now. 3 arrested in connection with Atlanta highway fire. Three people have been arrested in connection with a large fire that collapsed a portion of Atlanta highway Thursday, according to fire officials. The suspects were identified as Bells Elby, Sophia Bonger, and Barry Thomas. Georgia Deputy Insurance Commissioner Jay Florence to ABC News. LB faces a charge of criminal damage to property, while Bonger and Thomas each were charged with criminal trespassing. They have not yet entered pleas. And let's take a look at some events happening today in New Hampshire. They might be canceled, though, due to this storm that we are having. Autism Awareness Month Fitness Challenge at 1 o'clock a.m. in Newington. Martin Bear at 7:30 p.m. in Plymouth. Family Pottery Workshop at 12 p.m. in Manchester. Saturday, a Kid Summer Night's Dream at 7:30 p.m. in Laconia. Kaleidos Kimmer Day at 1 p.m. in Merrimack. The Story of a Bad Boy at 7 p.m. in Portsmouth. The Mystery of Edwin Drood by the Abbey Players at 7:30 p.m. in Manchester. Hostile Health Physics Fair at 10 o'clock a.m. in Concord. Basket Waving Workshop at 10 o'clock a.m. in Kukuka. 80s Day at 8 o'clock a.m. in Lincoln. Easter Bunny Breakfast at 8 o'clock a.m. in Nashua. And those are events happening today in New Hampshire. Some of them might be canceled due to this snowstorm happening outside. And that's it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. See you back here later on today. Bye, everyone.